Thank you, Dunn. We are back here. We're just getting ready to go live here with a second map. We've got MonoManiac taking on compLexity. Looks like, well, we'll see once the sides have been set. And yes, compLexity will be on that CT side. So they do have the clear advantage on train.
Yeah, definitely. Getting CT set on train is definitely something nice to have. You know, it's definitely a more balanced version of train than we've seen in the past, just because of the outer actual planning site location is more in the middle of the site, so it's a little bit easier for terrorists to get access to get early plants on, especially with some good smoke grenades. So it is a little bit more balanced version than it has been in the past, but it still is slightly CT favored. But of course, pistol rounds are Glock favored, so you just have to kind of wait and see how it goes. MonoManiacs did actually pretty decent on Mirage against compLexity at first, but they kind of let it slip away towards the end. So maybe they can, try to pull off an upset, maybe force a map 3 against compLexity. But compLexity is such a strong team; it's definitely not going to be an easy task for them.
So we see MonoManiacs throwing up some set smokes here, and it looks like they're going to do a split onto that outer bomb site, send out 2 to the connector and 2 out ladder.
Yeah, they're going for the quick plant strat. They had the smoke on the barrel, so it looks like they might just try to plant inside the smoke at some point, even though Arya is actually working his way over to ladder. Outer, I guess a fast outer fake to inner strat through ladder. Not a bad idea, as Rush actually has been able to get a nice pick there onto nothing. They are actually getting inside the lower site. Arya is going to go ahead and stick that plant. Sivis has already been able to pick up 1 frag, so it's in equal force for at this point. Sean Gares with a nice headshot there onto Arya, actually. So starting to get a little bit dangerous here for MonoManiacs. They have 2 left. It's going to be Juvenile and Kiko versus Sean Gares and Swag. Swag has gotten 1. Kiko, though, holding it down pretty well. 1 versus 1. Kiko versus Swag. Both at pretty low HP, but Swag definitely at the disadvantage here as he has the bomb to contest with as well. And Kiko will go ahead and finish him off. Very, very nice strat by MonoManiacs. They did that typical outer smoke, like you're going to do a quick play on the barrel, but then they transitioned the ladder back to inner and actually caught a good rotation and was able to get the bomb down.
Yeah, I was really surprised that they actually ran that the way they did. Or more specifically, I was surprised that they ran that and they sent the bomb into the outer bomb site. The bomb was one of the ones that went out and had to cross over to that ladder. Seems like a bit of a risky play, to send the bomb that way. Maybe it was a mistake. Maybe, I can't imagine they meant to send the bomb out that way, because if it drops, then you're really stuck. You're not even going to get that quick plant. But in the end, they're able to get across that bomb site into the inner bomb site and get the win.
Yeah, definitely. That's yet again where MonoManiacs has been able to, do well on pistol rounds and try to build maybe an early lead, possibly. They can keep the pattern going. We're waiting to see how that plays out, as they, of course, bought up some SMGs and Galils. compLexity, of course, just sticking with the pistols at this point. Nade Stack comes in and is actually able to take down Hiko. We do see Simphis playing pretty aggressive on top of this ladder train. He's trying to spot the T connector. It's like it's going to be an outer split, 3 T-con, 2 ladder from the T side. So we'll just see if maybe Simphis can try to get some type of early pick on the entry. And hopefully his team will be there to help. It looks like everybody is pretty much gathered towards outer. There's 3 outer, 1 Z connector. So they still have somebody kind of spotting inner, but they're definitely more outside heavy. So this could help them out here. So here comes the take. Simphis trying to start off with the kill, get some nice damage in, but Juvenile is able to react and get the kill in the end anyway. Looks like MonoManiac's actually going to go ahead and yet again hit inner right after a fake outer take, and this is actually going to work wonders for them because no one is inner at this point.
Yeah.
So we'll go and get that plant. Nice job.
There's actually Sean Gares actually rotated over out of that inner bomb site, but I think they're okay with it. I think they're just going to try to get exits now. Sean's going to rotate all the way around into that T-spawn area as well as nothing. And Swag stacking up here, on the train, and they're just going to try to sit here and get some exits and hopefully drop a few of the MonoManiacs guns as they run away from the bomb.
Yeah, I'm trying to boost somebody on top of the train.
I think he's just peeking, I believe.
Yeah, okay. I don't even think you can get up there. Oh,
nope,
you can.
there it is. There's a long time for... He's not going to... Well, are they going to push? No, they're just going to say they want to keep their guns. They don't want to risk it. Oh, now he pushes. Oh,
nope.
No kill. So, with that, MonoManiacs picks up the second round, as you'd expect when they win the first one, and now we got compLexity going with this third round bye. Another very similar bye to what we've seen them do in the past. We've got Sean Gares with that scout again and those FAMASs across the board. So this is exactly what we saw from them on the second half, I believe, of the last map. So exact same bye.
Yep, Sean Gares will go ahead and be spotting feet at inner with scout. They did the same exact buy situation with the FAMAS and the Scouts, just like they did on Mirage, almost the exact same combination, actually. Of course, I just heard the comments from MonoManiacs. They know that this is a buy round, so they're going to take this a little bit more cautiously at this point, as they're slowly still trying to work their way inner. Sean Gares having to try to scout, but he's actually snuck up on through the smoke by TM, and he will go down. So it's going to be up to Simphis here with the FAMAS trying to shut things down at inner. He is going to be able to pick up one, picks up the burst fire, trying to see if he can hammer someone else away, but it's just not happening. But I think that the take will actually be outer at some point. The bomb's actually heading towards ladder room, so it could come inner or outer. I think it just depends on this pick. Arya gets it, so I'm not really sure what they're trying to do here. Looks like they actually are just going to go ahead and try to force the issue outer. Nothing in Swag are going to be in the area. Swag is hearing that bomb being planted. Nothing to be playing CT Heaven. Does get spotted at hell by one of the terrorists in the area. Nothing, and Swag able to pop off a couple of frags. So it's even 2 versus 2. It's going to be up to Kiko and Rush now. Nothing 1 versus 2. He's going to try to win compLexity's first round here if he can muscle his way in here. He does spot one, and Hell gets the kill, gets the fuse, doesn't have a kit, so he's probably going to have to stick this. It's going to be up to Kiko to try to outsmart him here as he is pushing up. Nothing is just going to get the defuse, I think so.
Wow.
Well done. Kiko was just, I mean, he was playing Ivy, and he had low HP. He had to be kind of cautious, but the way the bomb was planted, he pretty much had to press all the way up to see nothing, and nothing just sticks it. I guess Kiko was maybe expecting a fake at some point, but just didn't come.
Well, you know, we saw this earlier in the LAN, too. I can't remember who it was actually stuck it with 10-second defuse. Yeah, and you know what's funny about it is because it takes so long, as a player, you have to almost assume that it was a fake, right? Because it's taken so long for them, they haven't peeked or anything else, they must have gotten off the bomb, because why would they be sticking it without a kit? So actually ends up working out, they get the win, and while they lost a lot of guns, because they got the bomb defuse and the win, able to go ahead and buy up this round as well.
Yeah, definitely. So it is going to be an equal gun round here in round number 4. Score is 2-1. compLexity, like I said, was able to steal that round there. Nice clutch by nothing in that 1 versus 2. So we'll see if they can just keep it up and keep pressing through, or if MonoManiacs can try to prevent the tie. So we're watching Swag here at Ivy with the silenced M4. Smoke going down, as it looks like MonoManiacs is actually trying to put some pressure here at the ladder room. They have a couple players in inner hall, so they're just kind of playing a default slow strat, just kind of all across the map, looking for picks and such. Of course, they haven't been able to get any yet, as Simphis will draw first blood. Sean Gares is playing inner solo with the FAMAS, is playing behind Pop Dog here. The smoke will bloom right in his face, and there is definitely going to be some pressure from them at lower ramp. He's going to swing around the bomb here with the FAMAS, spots out one, trades some shots, unable to get the kill. Juvenile will get it instead, but Simphis makes the trade. Simphis getting a couple of frags there from the Pop Dog area. Nothing is also watching the bomb from the very back of 1 lane right now, as the bomb actually is going to be planted. Excuse me, never mind. Simphis will cancel the plant with that kill. And so just a great rotation by Simphis. That was a 4K round for him, so just a really nice play by compLexity.
Yep, good rotation and able to stop that plant. MonoManiac there at the end, just trying to get that plant done, but unable to get it, so they don't get the money for that. So they are going to be on an eco this round because of it. So we'll see what they decide to do here. They try to get out just some smokes and get a quick plant, and they're actually sending everybody Ivy, which is something I don't see very often. With those quick plants that you can get on the outside or even the inner bomb site, normally on an eco you'll see someone do, teams do takes like this. This is not a take you generally see on an eco round.
Yeah, so let's wait and see here, as we do see MonoManiacs go ahead and try to storm at Ivy, but Swag and Kiko just shutting them down at the M4s, getting some quick frags there. So it's going to be up to the shooter. I'll try to get something done, but it's just not going to happen. Simphis will go ahead and get that final frag. So just an easy eco cleanup for compLexity. They've been able to keep the lead, and now it's 3-2.
Yep, just get wiped out there at Ivy. Like I said, that's a really tough one, especially on an eco when you don't have the armor and everything else. Trying to go out Ivy, it's such a bottleneck there for you that you don't. I mean, it just seems really odd to me to go that way. Now again, it's also they had to assume compLexity would have known that they were on an eco, so maybe you go against the norm and try to do something a little bit different, but doesn't work for them as they've got a deco up and upper, and Sean Gares gets the pick.
Yeah, Sean Gares is known for using this auto sniper like that. Just spotting feet whenever he has the snipe, just to go ahead and pop off some either damage, or in that case, he was able to pop off 2 frags. So very nice hold there so far by Sean Gares at inner, as we do see nothing and company holding off aggression at T-Connector. Nothing spots one at the ladder room. Popping a few shots here. Does go ahead and get that kill onto Kiko. So it's going to be up to Juvenile and Rush to try to see if they can make some magic happen here in this 2 versus 5. Rush able to come out ladder and take out Pico, but nothing. He's playing really strong right now at the outer bomb side. Picks up 3 frags that round and continues to extend complexity's lead.
Yes, sir. Like we said, they are on the advantage side, so you kind of expect them to go ahead and grab it and roll with it. And at this point, you know, this is one of those maps that I wouldn't be surprised if we see complexity win out with what they have been doing so far this half and just the momentum that they kind of grabbed from speeding up. Even on the last map, you know, they had a poor beginning of it and then came on strong late. So just grabbing that momentum from the last map and bringing it into this one here.
Yeah, as they ran one really quick at outer, but everyone else for the T team is going to be at the inner bomb site. Sean Gears with the auto sniper trying to spot him out. He didn't get a rotation from his teammates now due to that Z connector. And so Complexity looks in really good shape. They do allow the bomb plant, though, so that does give MonoManiac some money, which was their ultimate goal in this eco round. Juvenile actually trying to be sneaky here at the Z connector. Trying to sneak up on somebody. He actually will spot one on top of the train, but Swag was able to swing around there with the M4 and take out the kill. So Complexity will now have the lead at 5-2. But MonoManiac, like I said, they did go ahead and get that plant. That gives them some money, and they should be able to buy up this next round and try to contend.
Yep, as we take a look at the scoreboard here, we've got Semphis up at the top. We talked about him earlier. Got a good multi-frag round as he came on a rotate. And then we look over at the MonoManiac side, and we've got Juvenile actually leading their scoreboard. You know, some of those players that we mentioned from MonoManiacs in the last map, not seeing as much from them this time. We've got TM and Arya both on the pretty low side here on the scoreboard. So we'll see. They've got a bit of an A split going on.
And let's watch this take here. MonoManiac's doing a pretty great job. TM and Arya getting some nice frags. 7-0, though, chiming right back in. So it's now a 2 versus 3 favoring the Complexity side of things as TM's kind of trapped here at Hell. His teammate will be trying to join him here pretty soon to help him out. That's going to be Juvenile, who did actually pick up one swinging through the back halls, but he just took a lot of damage. And both players from MonoManiacs at very low HP. In fact, Juvenile is now all alone. The bomb is down. He's trying to make his way over to Z at this point, but CTs have really good positioning. Looks like he's actually going to try maybe to go ladder, or maybe he might just try to save this AK. I'm not really sure what his ultimate goal is, but either way, it's going to be tough with having such low HP and with 7-0 being in really good positions with good help.
Yeah, he's got a lot of time left on the clock, so I believe he's just kind of, he's just going to sneak through here.
Did he make that noise?
Yes, he did.
Man, that probably actually would have got him 1 kill at least if he wouldn't have made the noise on the ladder like that.
Yeah, I mean, he had that. Because of that early take that MonoManiac did, he had so much time left on the clock that he was just trying to work through and catch someone off guard and catch him in the back. But goes ahead, makes a little bit of noise on the ladder, which allows Semphis to turn around and get that frag.
Yeah, a little bit of derp there. Could have had himself something, but made a little bit of mistake down that ladder. The knowledge he needed to make the kill. We are seeing MME once again buying up to the NMC, trying to buy up here and do some takes once again. But Complexity is just a team that has lots of experience. And I think this is a map that actually really favors them, to be honest. They definitely have a roster that can play this map very well. As we are seeing actually Swag with an op. This is one of the few maps where you will actually see him pick up a sniper at times, just due to the position that he plays.
Right.
As we do see Complexity. At this point, this match is starting to get pretty one-sided. It's 7-2. Of course, it is kind of expected on CT side of Train, but, you know, it's definitely getting tough for MonoManiacs at this point. Yeah.
Go back and talk about Swag picking up that op. You know, this, as you said, this is one of those maps that you'll see, you know, one of the only maps in Go really that you'll see teams play with multiple sniper setups. It's just not a very common thing. Swag, you know, everyone knows him to be an outstanding rifler, but the fact of the matter is he's actually pretty stellar with that op too. It's just a matter of, you know, you have a team, you have Sean Gears on your team, you have a sniper on your team already, so not often, why would you ask a rifler like Swag to pick up an op more than necessary?
Yeah, I mean, Train is a map where 2 snipers works out. And like I said, I've seen Swag snipe on this map several times, and he's not a bad sniper. I mean, he's not a main sniper, but he doesn't do a bad job with it. As looks like they are cleaning up this round as well. Trying to see if maybe MonoManiac can make something happen. We would love to see a closer game and a challenge for Complexity, but right now it's just not happening. 8-2 is the score. Complexity is just kind of steamrolling through. Looks like it's very likely that they'll be playing Frost Gaming in the next lower bracket match. And like I said, unless MonoManiac just finds something, they need to win more rounds in the side. Even if it is CT sided, you don't want to have to go into the next half with a huge comeback in front of you. You want to have a buffer. And right now they don't have that.
Well, and we've talked about it before, but it's just too easy to pick up a round here or there. And so when you're at a position where if they were to lose out this half and have to win 14 to have a chance to win it, it's just too easy to drop more than 2 rounds and a half.
Yes, once again, this outer defense, high complexity is just dominating MonoManiacs. They're just unable to really find something that works. You know, complexity is barely even losing players at this point. Pretty much everybody's alive at the end of every round. Maybe they lose 1 or 2. So it's really getting tough for MonoManiacs. It started out kind of close, and now, as you can see from the scoreboard, complexity is just completely taking over. It was kind of expected, but I was really hoping for a closer game. Hopefully we can still maybe get there.
Yeah, and you know, you look at the scores actually, and we've played 11 rounds, and the thing to note is we've got 3 of those players on the MonoManiac side with 10 deaths, 1 with 11 who's died every round. That's Juvenile, and then we've got Kiko with only 9. But you see, they're just dying every round. I mean, they've got 2 wins under the belt, but they are just getting dominated in this, and no one's really been able to do much against this complexity roster.
Yeah. I mean, of course, they're eco'd this round, so there's not really much potential for them to be able to do anything with it unless, you know, they make something happen. We saw a lot of really crazy eco rounds actually last map, and maybe that's possible here, but they likely will just, you know, have to try to play out the next round with complexity having a 10-2 lead. At that point, MonoManiacs has to win out or at least get a couple of more rounds to have any type of chance in this. So the next bye round is going to be super important. But MonoManiacs maybe might be able to make something happen here. But unfortunately, Sean Garrett has really been playing that spot almost every time he's had a sniper. And he's been able to either get frags or at least do a lot of damage. So we are seeing Arya try to challenge him with the deagle for some reason. Not quite sure what that was about, but it's just not working out. I mean, I feel like MonoManiacs is even using their eco rounds wisely. It's almost like the morale's just beating out of them. You know, you would expect to try to make something happen. I mean, there's no point in just throwing the round array for no reason, and like what Arya making a peak like that against Sean Garrett. They at least try to make something happen, but like that was another flawless round for complexity, and this round is so important. MonoManiacs needs to win this. I think we finally see MonoManiacs using an op this half. I think Juvenile actually finally did pick up a sniper on train.
Yeah. And I'm going over, and we can see MonoManiac from where we're sitting right now. And not only, you know, you talked about it, we looked at their play style, and they just look deflated in their play. Like, we haven't even been able to watch them over there. You know, I haven't even looked over there until just now, but watching their play style, it just looks really flat, really deflated. And we'll go over there and look at where they're playing, and just, you know, flat faces across the board for those MonoManiac guys. So hopefully they'll be able to get a round or something underneath their belts that gives them a little bit of a morale boost, as I do think they're feeling a bit defeated at this point.
Yeah, we'll see, as we actually are seeing some aggression on Ivy this time around for complexity. They're actually pressing through. Kiko actually able to pick up the sneak frag there onto Nothing, who was unaware that Kiko was hiding there the whole time. Swag is trying to line up some shots there with the op onto Kiko through Ivy, but it's just not connecting at this point. Swag, nice shot there onto Juvenile. So it's now a 4 versus 4. Still anyone's round. MonoManiacs would certainly love to have it, but Swag is doing a great job with the op, and then Simphus just pops off a couple of frags there towards the inner halls. So at this point, it's all up to Rush at T-Connector. He's able to take out Hiko. He's now in a 1 versus 3. This would be a miracle if he can pull it off. He's picked up 1 more, so it's a 1 versus 2. We'll see if Rush can maybe make some magic happen here, as he is up against 2 snipers. Swag has the op, Sean Garrett has the auto. He has the bomb. He's going to be bringing it through the inner halls towards the inner bomb site. Unfortunately for him, there is somebody already there with the sniper just waiting for this. Or he could, oh, okay, looks like he's actually been going down the ladder. Now, there will be 1 CT at Z-Connector who might be able to spot him. Or no, he's CT Heaven, excuse me. So it's still going to be a tough round for Rush. He's only got 10 seconds left. He's basically forced to plant now or never. And Swag will be able to catch him there in the op, with the op in the end. So nice try by Ari. He got a couple of frags in a 1 versus 4. He made it kind of interesting, but unfortunately for him, just was unable to capitalize, and so another round goes to complexity.
Yes, sir. As we are looking across the scoreboard here again, look at Simphus' score, holding it down pretty solid there for complexity with 17 frags, and then we look down at the MonoManiac side. No one's even had a chance to break 10 frags yet. So really just, I mean, the shot battle has been all at complexity's favor, and really MonoManiac has just not been executing anything particularly well. Nothing that's caught off caught compLexity off guard anyways.
Yeah, it's pretty much true. I mean, they had a couple of nice, like, interesting little fakes that they did on their pistol round and stuff like that, but since then, nothing's really panned out for them. As compLexity's been doing a great job. Last round got kind of close, but for the most part, compLexity's been in control the majority of the time. See if MonoManiac's going to make something happen here. They do have some rifles on hand, so they do have at least some equal firepower, but they have to put it to use is the issue for them. As Arya does go ahead and get one kill, so they do give MonoManiacs an early one-man advantage, as they are actually looking like they might take Outer in just a moment. Some nades coming out here from Arya at Ladder's got a teammate coming out of T-connector. Arya going to press through the smoke and try to get aggressive into Z, but no one is actually there. They're actually towards Heaven. As lots of fights going on for MonoManiacs, they actually go ahead and win the round. So that was some crazy trades towards the end. It was pretty quick, and MonoManiacs does find themselves a victory finally. They could maybe put one more round away and maybe win pistols. They could still be in this game, but there's still a long road ahead of them. Right,
and I think they do need to win this. They need to win this next round, just because then that way, if they were to lose pistols, at least they have a couple round buffer. If they were to not win this one and compLexity goes and win pistols, I mean that's it. I mean that's completely over. If they were to win this one and compLexity wins pistols, well, maybe there's a slight chance that MonoManiac would have the ability to come back, but that remains to be seen.
Yeah, they really want this round. They want this just for morale, for one thing, maybe some type of momentum, and just to be able to have it a little bit of a leeway in the second half, because at this point they lose this. If they lose pistols, it's over. You know, they really have to come up with something here in this last round of the half. So we'll see if it can happen. As it's starting off pretty slow, which has been typical of most of the gun rounds here for MonoManiacs. They haven't really, you know, rushed anything too quickly in the early round. So just allowing for all kinds of shifting here as well. Just kind of waiting to see what they want to do.
Yeah, I mean, they're just going to play this clock down pretty far and sit and wait until they finally decide to make this execution. And finally, now here they are. Now they're going, and nothing takes out Pico.
Yeah, they've been battling at Ivy a lot, and nothing does get the better at that point. And it looks like we are seeing MonoManiacs try to come into Outer, but nothing is just stopping them down with that M4. Maybe he doesn't see him, and it's just not going to work. So compLexity takes that 12-3. At this point, MonoManiacs has to win this pistol, or it's pretty much going to be the end for them, and they will be actually heading home. Not physically, but maybe tomorrow they'll actually be heading home. They will be walking away from this tournament unless they can pick up the pistol and try to work some kind of crazy complexity.
Yeah, and you don't want to be in a situation where you've got to win pistols as a CT, just because, and actually Dunn was talking to Get Right about it before we came into this match, about the Glock and how many people find it to be overpowered. Get Right and I guess the rest of NIP saying they just thought that maybe you should lower the damage on it, keep its accuracy, and just lower the damage. So just not where you want to be, trying to have to win pistols as a CT in Go.
Yeah, it's tough to win pistol rounds on the CTS Go. In fact, I know one of our community members, Lurpus, made an article that taught, statistically speaking, how it works out, and terrorists definitely do win the vast majority of pistol rounds, just based on the Glock's power. So that is one other hurdle, unfortunately, for MonoManiacs, as they are going to find themselves against the Glock's complexity in this round. They definitely need this one to get back in the game. Like I said, if complexity were able to win this one, it would most likely be over real soon. We'll just have to wait and see if MonoManiacs can make something happen here. They certainly need to. We are seeing Pico and Swag kind of starting to work Outer just a little bit from the T-connector, throwing some nades and stuff like that. Rush is going to be playing the bomb train. He actually is going to get pushed by Simples, who is ran ladder lane. Pico actually able to pick up one as well. So it's all up to Arya at this point. One of this is 4, and it's just not going to happen. complexity is just really dominating MonoManiac. There's really no other way to say it, unfortunately. And MonoManiac has to make something happen here, or they're going to be out of it.
Yes, sir. It was a pretty good, solid team effort there by complexity. Just go ahead, and the only one not picking up a frag is Nothing, who we have seen some nutty pistol rounds out of, but not picking up any there. So we'll see what they put together. They are choosing to buy up those SMGs as you would expect in that second round. So we'll see how they. Oh, excuse me. They actually bought up the AKs. I missed the buy. Thought they bought up SMGs, but no, buying up AKs on the second round.
Yeah, some teams do this type of mixed buy situation. At this point, they're just trying to get it over with. It seems like 13-3 is the score here. If somehow MonoManiac were to break compLexity, it would really hurt them money-wise. But unfortunately, they're just not able to get the frags. So far, compLexity has themselves a flawless round. Haven't dropped any players yet. Bomb getting planted in the outer bomb site right now by Swag. Cam and Kiko trying to sneak through the back halls here, but Simphis is going to be right on top of it with the AK headshot, and he'll take down Kiko as well. So great round from Simphis, getting 3 frags there. Nothing with 2, and compLexity is just 1 round away from a game point situation. Of course, MonoManiac's going to go ahead and buy up now, get those M4s and FAMASas, and put up the best defense that they can, but it's going to be a tough one.
Yes, sir. Well, we'll see what they can put together here. Like you said, this has really just been this entire map, just been the compLexity show. MonoManiac not able to put much together at all. compLexity going to do a quick outer push with those guns again this round and probably have the advantage, although MonoManiac's obviously buying up to try to force or be able to win down the road, but don't think it's going to happen.
No, they do finally drop a second player there. Arya finds himself in a 1 versus 3. If he can maybe just make this happen. If he has the bomb down right there by the ladder train with him, but Sean Garrett is able to get the kill. And I don't even know how much money MonoManiac really has. I mean, they're going to be able to buy something, but they're definitely not going to get any type of M4. It's going to have to be FAMASas or SMGs and nade sets. Yeah. And so it's game point for compLexity, and they really couldn't ask for an easier last round than this based on what MonoManiac has on hand to try to fight with. So we might be seeing the end of MonoManiacs here. Yeah, and
actually look at their buy. They had MonoManiacs actually had a couple people, actually 3 of their team decided to buy Deagles instead of some sort of SMG or FAMAS. So interesting buy there. It is a gun that if you get your first shot right on the head, it's a powerful weapon. But after that, a lot of people claim the Deagle is useless after that first shot. So interesting buy there instead of going the SMG or FAMAS route.
Yeah, I mean, some people do like it. It's kind of one of those things where it's like, I don't know. Like I said, some people like it, some people don't. It's like an acquired taste, I guess. As we are watching compLexity just start executing at inner a bit, some smoke's going down. Kiko trying to hold them off from the dumpster, but we'll just go ahead and fall back to Pop Dog, trying to play the ladder here. TM was actually able to pick up 1 Deagle frag. Kiko able to pick up 1 kill as well. We are seeing them attempt some more Deagle frags. TM able to pick up 1, but it's now all up to Juvenile. 1 versus 1. Can he extend this match longer, or will Sean Garrett send MonoManiac packing? And will they move on to play against Frost in the lower back? We'll find out right now. Oh, Juvenile!
Wow.
Gonna go ahead and show a little bit of life, but it may just be a bit too late. They need to win 11 rounds in a row to force an overtime. It's not impossible by any means, but it's pretty unlikely. But maybe, just maybe, we'll see something great here.
Well, and there they went and proved me wrong about the interesting. I mean, I didn't say it was a bad buy. I said it was an interesting buy, but still able to go ahead and pick up that round with those Deagles in their pockets. And now we've got a bunch of. I'm gonna say now. Yeah, we've got a decoy on Arya, so we'll see. It's interesting. We don't see a lot of decoys bought by the CT side, so it's interesting to see one on his back. Maybe a misclick, maybe a misbuy.
I don't know. I know when you throw a decoy, if you have a silenced weapon, it still makes the noise of the weapon if it didn't have a silencer on. So sometimes that throws teams off a little bit. I think you may not have a silenced weapon, and then you do. I don't know. Still really early on in this update. Of course, we've talked about that a lot this event because it was kind of one of the big stories of this event, the first LAN to have it. We are just waiting to see how this last round plays out. This could be the last round unless MonoManiac can keep it going. Juvenile did have a nice 1v1 in the last round to keep it going for now, but they definitely need a whole lot more to extend this series. So we are just kind of seeing compLexity kind of gathered up here with a couple players at the upper halls. Also got a couple players towards T-spawn still and the T-connector. So it can either be a split outer at some point, or they may just try to work upper inner and try to get something going. But Arya actually does take down Simphis. And Sean Garrett has pretty low HP with the bomb at inner. He's trying to press his way in there, but there's lots of contention. So MonoManiac doing a great job. Arya and Kiko getting a couple of frags. So now it's all up to Swag. He'll get 1, but that's it. So MonoManiac is starting to finally click a little bit, but like I said, I just hope it's not too late.
Yeah. You know, it's been good for them. I mean, they went for that third round bye to make sure that they had a chance to be able to win it. And at that point, you know, losing it, I thought there might have been a bit of an issue. But instead, there's you know, those deagles by on the 4th round after that actually ended up turning around for them, and now they've got a couple under their belt. But this is just a large hill to climb as we've got compLexity just doing a quick eco take on Inner.
Yeah, they can definitely afford to do these ecos. They have such a huge lead. No big deal here. They are just going to go ahead and rush Inner yet again. All are going to be heading upper. It looks like they're trying to spread out and get something going. But Arya able to get the opening pick with eco and nothing charging in. Actually able to pick up a couple of fractions themselves. So they're making this eco a little bit interesting. The bomb will actually go ahead and get planted at the Inner bomb site now. 3 versus 3 here. MonoManiac needs to make this retake, and they're doing a pretty decent job so far, but the bomb is ticking away. The players are holding off well. Eco just going off right now, but he will get silenced, and the bomb will eventually get defused. Pretty little interesting eco round there, but in the end, MonoManiac does win as expected, and so it's now 15-6. But like I said, they still got quite a ways to go.
Yeah, it's a good eco there by compLexity, though, able to get in into that bomb site, get the bomb planted, get some extra money in their pocket. As we look at the scoreboard here and the money situation, obviously compLexity just did their eco, just got the bomb plant, so they were able to buy up and have plenty of money, and MonoManiacs with their wins has plenty of money as well. So we will see what compLexity decides to set up and do here. We've actually got, who was that? That was Sean Gares going back and buying a flash. I believe he actually went back to buy extra nades after throwing one. So.
Yeah, so like we are going to see compLexity showing some type of outer strat. Here's the bomb actually getting inside the smoke by the single barrel. Swag getting a couple of frags there already. Juvenile here posts up with the op. NCT Heaven trying to spot some terrorists out. But it's not happening just yet as we have an even 2 versus 2 at this point. This could be the last round if compLexity were able to take it, or MME could keep it going here. As they are going to go ahead and get on that defuse. It looks like they're going to be able to get it. They're inside of the smoke. And yeah, they get the defuse. Pico is kind of unaware of what was going on there.
Yep. So with that, now like I said, compLexity, because they got that bomb plant a couple rounds ago, and now they're getting bonus money because they're at the point now where they've lost so many in a row, able to buy up here, so they're not going to be in a save. They might be, they'd probably be fine next round as well. They'll probably have someone that could buy Semphis up something if he was a little short, but he should be able to buy an AK next round with the bonus money if they were to lose here.
Yeah, we'll just have to wait and see. As this is MonoManiac's chance to try to keep pressing the issue. They have 2 snipers this time around. Already with the auto sniper, Juvenile with the op, but Simp is able to get the entry here. We see the outer take coming in again, but Rush and Juvenile able to chime in. Some nice kills from Rush right there. 3 kills for Rush on this outer take. Swag last man standing. 1 versus 4. He gets 1 kill, so now 1 versus 3. He has Rush to some low HP, so this could be a clutch point for Swag, or it could be MonoManiac continuing to force the issue here. That Swag only has 4 HP, and nades will go ahead and take him down. So MonoManiacs is starting to finally make this a little bit interesting. If they can maybe get 2-3 more rounds, they might actually have a real chance of forcing an overtime.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, so looking, yeah, they're going to, compLexity should be able to buy up here, maybe electing to save so that they can get an op. Yeah, we're just doing nade buys here, so they actually are going to save here so they can probably get an op next round on the back of Sean Gares. As now here, they're just going to do another quick take and try to get a bomb plant, most likely. Yeah,
Rush able to go ahead and get the first one. TM there to help as well as his 4. So shot after shot. TM with 2, Rush with 3. So just a great outer eco hold there for MonoManiacs. But of course, compLexity should be able to buy this round, and you'll see them go ahead and buy up. But like I said, if MonoManiacs can maybe get a couple of more rounds, they actually might have a real chance at an overtime. But at this point, compLexity still probably feels pretty comfortable.
Yeah, you know, they've grabbed the momentum, which is good, but the problem is now that compLexity took the time to do the saves and get their economy to where they wanted it, they get the op on the back of Sean Gares, and actually I was going to say it looked like someone's about to peek out mid, but I guess no, he was just falling to get, so going back, buying more nades.
Yeah, this is a map where it's pretty easy to smoke outer and then quickly rebuy. T-spawn's pretty close to where you start throwing your set smokes from, kind of like Mirage.
So rebuys, definitely not a rarity.
Right, but as we were talking about that, Arya was able to pick up 2 frags here at upper, and he's got a couple more players heading his way.
Yep, he's going to be watching here through the smoke, just kind of watching that top area that he can actually spot. Looks like the terrorists might actually consider going ladder and working an outer split. They do have 1 at the T connector. So it's just up to them what they want to do with it here. They're still just kind of waiting it out. Arya does play behind the boiler at this point, and he will go ahead and peek out to that spot. One more, he gets him. Looking for more.
That's
Gets the fourth
4.
one as well. He could technically get the ace here, but Swag's all the way at the outer yard, contending against the players here, so Arya not really going to have a chance to get the ace. But now it's 15-10, and now this match has gotten interesting again. It was a really, really one-sided first half, but this half for MonoManiac is starting to get a little bit one-sided. They're 1-7-3 right now in this half. So this game's starting to get a bit interesting. We may actually see MonoManiac maybe force an overtime. We'll just have to see. It's definitely a possibility now at this point.
Right. Well, you know, and I did talk about it. compLexity took the time to save and get their economy where they want it to be, so they can actually, with the bonus money, be able to buy this round as well. So no issues for them as they are doing a split. They've got 3 Outlier already.
Let's just see how this works out here. Everybody is pretty blind. We got a big outer take on right now. Actually, a couple of players already made it towards Hell. Rush is going to pick up one of them, but unaware of the other player that made it. But luckily for him, we've got TM for some help, and Kiko chiming in as well. So it's looking really good right now, actually, for MonoManiac. Kiko's at C, but Simpus gets a kill now. It's a 2 versus 2. So it can really go either way. Swag spotting one there. Ivy's he's playing that T connector. Simpus is very low HP, playing towards that CT heaven. Bomb is down right now. So they got to work their way to that bomb and try to get that plant. Simphus is kind of trapped right now with this low HP, trying to edge his way actually towards the back halls at this point. Arya's going to be at Z with the auto sniper. Juvenile is actually on a flank through T connector, so he may actually be able to pick up a surprise kill on Swag or something like that, which would really open up this clutch situation for MonoManiac. But he's unfortunately going to be alone now. Swag picked up Arya, but he's still going to be able to sneak down, takes down Swag and the bomb. So now 1 versus 1, Simphus versus Juvenile. Juvenile could put this match away here with the clutch, but he only has 9 HP. Juvenile with the 100 and the auto sniper. It's definitely leaning in his favor. Got 15 seconds left in the clock here. Simphus edging his way around the bomb train. At this point, he's probably going to go for the frag rather than the plant. Never mind, he's able to pick up the bomb and get in between the canisters on the train. He will go ahead and make the plant. Juvenile is going to go ahead and get on the ladder.
Ooh, we saw him.
Simphus does spot this. He's going to pop a flash here. And he gets the headshot. What a play from Simphus. That match was pretty one-sided most of the way through, especially in the first half. MonoManiac certainly did make it interesting there in the second half from their CT side, able to put some rounds together. And at one point, it even seemed like there might be this one little slim chance that they could force an overtime. But unfortunately, with that clutch there from Simphus, he solidified a win for compLexity. They will therefore move on to play Frost Gaming in the lower bracket. And then, of course, MonoManiac and Cultivation have already been sent home.
Yeah, and, you know, we talked about it, and actually, it was funny, we talked about it going after that last map, that compLexity seems to be starting slow on some of their maps, and this one, not the case. You know, the first map against MonoManiac, they started pretty slow and then ended up finishing in a dominant performance. In the train match just now, they started out super strong. It looked like it was just going to be runaway, and that MonoManiac wasn't even going to have a chance to be in that match. Ended up, the MonoManiac's able to string some rounds together as compLexity was in some buy issues, trying to figure out, finally got their economy figured out and able to get that last round there with a big play from Simphus, getting that flash onto Juvenile and getting the final frag.
Yeah, that was definitely a really nice shot there by Simphus at the end to end the match. But like I said, it was kind of expected compLexity to win that set. Most people favored them. Everybody knew that the Curse and compLexity match was going to be a close one. It could go either way, really. Curse was able to get the match, and so compLexity will have to battle with the lower bracket. Next will be Frost Gaming, and then after that, the winner of the compLexity Frost Gaming match will go on to play the loser of Curse and Nip. So just take a quick break right now, and whenever we come back, we'll have some more from Dunn and get right over at the round table, and then we'll get on with some more matches. So just stay tuned. We'll be right back.